Here's the minimap. The minimap, I remember not being particularly useful, but the map is sprawling. It's back when games had stuff in them and...
Not just, big old open world with fuck all in it, like every game today.
Oh my god, not that you're bitter.
I am bitter.
It's also very, this is just very atmospheric. This is peak Batman
This
stuff.
is the thing,
Why would the Asylum have this?
Yeah, you can absolutely have a engaging and exciting environment that's all... You alright?
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out. I said the map is useless, but I do actually need to follow it. Right.
Yeah, you could have an engaging and exciting and atmospheric environment that is entirely linear. Being open or non-linear isn't inherently good.
No, I don't think so either.
It can be good, but it doesn't make a game good in and of itself, and linearity doesn't make a game bad.
Getting him back. Joker will not win.
As I feel like I keep saying, why can't we just have options?
Yep.
Wouldn't that be nice?
But that's the thing, now open world games are in, so everything's open world.
So, just to clarify, the character he was just talking to is Barbara Gordon, who in this version of the canon is Oracle, like his kind of eyes and ears back in the Batcave.
Okay.
Why is she Oracle? What happened to her to make her Oracle?
Are we going to talk about that now? Because you must know that, Sprite, right?
Oh, of course I
don't
know that.
I genuinely don't know.
Oh,
So she was Batgirl, and...
Was Batgirl or Batwoman the lesbian?
Batwoman is the lesbian.
Okay.
Yes.
She was Batgirl, and the Joker shot her in the spine in Alan Moore's... Is it The Killing Joke?
It is The Killing Joke.
Jesus Christ.
The Killing Joke, one of these foundational Batman comics. Like, if you're a Batman aficionado, you've got to read it. Like, it's...
Just so we're clear, I've read it. You don't have to read it. You're fine.
Yeah,
if you don't like violence, don't bother.
I'll recap. Considered foundational. The Sprite disagrees.
Yeah.
It's...
But the Sprite doesn't, actually experiencing Alan Moore's work.
It is quite a brutal comic.
Yeah, as in, it's the whole Watchmen thing that's conceptually kind of, but it's not to your tastes aesthetically.
Yeah. So... Joker, shoots her in the spine, and she's no longer able to be Batgirl, but she decides that her life's ambition is to instead still help, and she becomes Oracle.
Oh,
So she's at the eye in the sky, always attached, so that Batman can ask questions, or she can look things up while he's busy.
That's kind of fucked up.
It is a little bit.
Because a woman's place is assisting a man.
Yeah.
It's also...
And also, even that kind of grievous wound doesn't get you, out of the game.
Yeah, some people have also implied that whilst after he shoots her, that there's you can interpret it that there might have been an assault, like a sexual assault.
Yeah.
It's probably not Moore's intention, but I mean, Alan Moore's a fucked up guy, so
Yeah.
who knows? Some people have interpreted the comic that way. That's doubly icky because it's just blatant violence against women that didn't really have to happen. But this is
That sounds about right for Alan Moore.
This is who Oracle is. Encouragingly, more recently in the comics, she gets nanobots in her spinal injury that allow her to just be Batgirl again, which is nice. It
Great,
took a
she
long,
can
took a long
continue
time
serving.
to get there.
Oracle, I'm at the holding cells.
Are we going to talk about Batman's child soldiery already?
Yes!
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Exactly.
The Bat family.
But they're not a family.
Well, they're a conceptual family.
No, they're not. They're enslaved, exactly as the bard just said.
So we should talk about what's happening here. This is one of the game's mechanics to make you feel a bit more like Batman, the world's greatest detective, because there's a lot of Batman media where he is just a ninja who punches people, but he is supposedly a great scientist and detective. So what I've got to do here is scan the room for something I can use to trace Gordon. So, oh, look, there's a thing over there that it turns yellow when I point at it. What could this be?
Alcohol and whiskey.
Precisely.
Follow
The two great kinds of alcohol.
It was alcohol subset whiskey, I think it was. It contains both alcohol and whiskey.
So I think we can see here is I can follow the alcohol molecules in the air using my rad detective vision and find Bowles the
I'll be
guy
honest,
who's the traitor.
that sounds like bullshit.
Lots of the science in this game is bullshit.
That's fair.
I think eventually I get tech that I can hack through these panels, I can shut down the force fields, but I don't have that yet, so...
So you're on booze tracking mode only.
Precisely.
Interesting, we just passed a plant. I wonder what that means.
I mean, Ivy will appear, but not for a while. She's kind of latter stages of the game, unfortunately.
Yes, but how could a plant possibly survive in a dark bunker?
I'm guessing it's just because it's a game of a similar agent with a somewhat slight feel, but I'm definitely getting Dead Space vibes off.
You're getting Dead Space vibes because it's an enclosed, spooky game.
Yeah, it's the world feels quite, as in the environments feel quite Dead Space. The actual gameplay and stuff isn't.
I really enjoyed Dead Space.
Yeah, me too.
The first one. The second one, the novelty kind of worn off because I knew how they were going to try and scare me, and it didn't have the same appeal.
The second one was not as scary because they were right, we're going to amp the scare up to 2000. It's that's not how scare works, mate.
Yeah, the first one is just deeply creepy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do some climbing now.
Like, playing that game at night with headphones on is just like, xenomorphs aside, that ship just makes a lot of freaky noises.
It does.
And it's just...
Oh, here's Harley.
B-Man, Mr. J doesn't want you following us just yet.
At least save the guard, Batman.
There you go. Not a fast man, is he?
He's old.
Batman or the guard?
Batman.
I've noticed.
Watched it happen, he's like, should probably move.
I mean, I guess he maybe didn't figure it out right away, but he should do. He's Batman.
Yeah. World's greatest detective can't say, if I get elevator cable is cut and I'm underneath the elevator, Batman needs to move now.
It was one of the things I actually really liked about the recent Robert Pattinson Batman movie. It's not a perfect film, and like I've got my issues with it, but like at least it's one of the rare Batman films of recent times where he actually does behave like a detective.
See, they always say that. Every time there's a new bit of Batman media, they're like, this time we're going to focus on his detective skills. It's going to feel like a film noir, and it never does. So I've been jaded on that. I haven't seen Pattinson yet. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
It actually does genuinely feel a bit like a film noir. Like
Mostly what I know about it is it was all filmed in Glasgow.
At Liverpool, but yes.
Huh.
It turns out those cities, post-industrial British cities, actually look a lot like Gotham.
Yeah, a friend of mine was really annoyed because he runs a rowing club in Glasgow, and the place where they store their boats got forcibly bought out by Warner Brothers to use it as a set for Batgirl, and so they had to like find a load of new stuff for it, and then that was the film that got scrapped just before it came out, so it was like, fuck's sake.
That was originally the project that Joss Whedon was going to be heading up. Before we all realised that Joss Whedon's
a bit
a bad man. Yeah.
Someone like you.
Yeah.
Bloody with a hired help, Harley.
Yeah.
Don't worry, sweetie. You know I only have eyes for you.
How can you find that attractive?
I don't
That is
find-
disturbing.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It is disturbing, yes. But like what we're missing, there's some cracking dialogue here where like basically Harley's flirting with the traitor guard just because she's crazy, right? And Joker's like not particularly happy about it. I just came this way, so
Yep.
there we go.
Now, one friend and one not friend of mine who are in a very toxic relationship often posted stuff describing themselves as Joker and Harley Quinn.
Oh.
We're all like, this doesn't seem like this is going to be... And it didn't end well. No, because he was a nutter, but...
I mean, so is Joker, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if that is your model for, this is a loving relationship, it's like, where's this going to go?
Oh, we'll come back to Joker and Harley's relationship in a second. I've got to scan this like trophy. There we go. I think these are meant to be the
spirit of Arkham.
Yes, I haven't figured it out yet, but the more of these you unlock, it becomes apparent that Amadeus Arkham, who is the founder of the asylum, these are like his journals that he's hidden around the place. And I think it works out that Warden Quincy Sharp thinks he's like a reincarnation of Arkham, and yeah,
Sounds healthy.
It's a whole thing. But like it helps give the game a bit more density and like sophistication. This is just in the background. We don't spend a lot of time with Warden Sharp because he's not very interesting either.
Yeah.
Get shit on Warden Sharp.
Ooh, that was a bone crunching
Yeah,
sound.
Batman won't kill you, but he'll break every single bone in your body.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, when I was young, I never idealised Harley and Joker. A lot of my friends idealised
Perfect combo.
the Addams Family. Personally, I
I can see that.
idealised
It's more healthy.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
got
like-
a new show on Netflix now, I believe, Wednesday.
She
Yeah.
does, yes.
Harley Quinn tried to slow me down. Dropped an elevator on
You can
me.
tell from the tone of her voice that that's probably how excited she is for
Of
that.
course not. I'll get back to you when
I'm just very dubious.
How can... I mean, it's Tim Burton doing Wednesday Addams. It seems like everything you would love.
It should
You
be,
spooky bitch.
but it's not going to be.
Don't Wednesday... Is it Morticia and Gomez? Don't they typically have a really good relationship?
Yeah, they're
Well, they
generally
have
shown
a
as a very
fantastic
healthy
relationship,
one,
but they're very loving, whereas I'm like Wednesday.
That's true.
I'm not going to weigh in on this. Like, at least in the comics recently, they've kind of acknowledged that, like, actually, it's not great to have this character, Harley Quinn, who a lot of people really like, be completely subservient to this sociopath who abuses and mistreats her. So she's on her own now. She's kind of like an anti-hero, and like she's no longer really affiliated with Joker in the comics.
That's basically what where the Harley Quinn animated series is at. But
Except it's written by a woman, so it's really fucking good.
Yeah, and it's her and Poison Ivy are the main protagonists of it, and that goes places as well.
There's a... Oh, do they have a relationship?
They
perhaps?
do.
Okay, that's nice.
And
it's done pretty well.
It's done very well, and weirdly, I really relate to that Poison Ivy. Much more than I feel like I should.
Yeah, she is basically you. It's pretty embarrassing.
But in my defense, it's really hammering home the whole thing of how can she be the villain when she's just trying to protect the planet?
I think we'll talk about it in more episodes when we get to it, but I think Poison Ivy as a villain worked well enough in kind of like the 80s and 90s, but now it's hard to view her as a villain.
Yeah.
And her goals, when she's like, I just care about the environment, and be like, look at this fucking terrorist. Doesn't really work anymore.
It does, though. They're still spinning that narrative.
Yeah.
So, a couple of things I want to point out gameplay-wise here. So, guns are, as they are in reality, absurdly dangerous in this game. So, even though you're Batman, he's got the Kevlar and so forth. If you try and take on henchmen with weapons head-on, they'll just cut you to pieces. So this is the nice learning curve where I've got to get behind them and sneak up on them and take them out without realizing that they're going to start shooting me and I'll die.
Yep.
So there we go. Silence takedown.
Didn't sound that silent.
Sleepy time. That's it. Because Batman's also a ninja, didn't you know, folks?
I did not know that. Wow.
Master of every fighting style known to man, including, as it turns out, ninjutsu. I think he is actually explicitly in his bio in the comics and in this game. It's master of every fighting style known to man. That's his whole shtick.
Oh yeah, I know.
Which is obviously impossible. Nobody would have the time to learn all of those fighting styles, but he's Batman.
Yeah. Oh, you've bat leveled up.
Oh yes, what can I get this time? Time for
don't press that button.
Oh no, what did I do?
Press the same button you just press it again. There you go. Now
Terrific.
press the back one, it's on your left. Yeah.
Wonderful. What do I want? Do I want more armor? No, armor is for Robins. I want not the combo batarang. Critical combo strikes could be fun. This throwy move, I'm not really that bothered about that because I've never used that before. I'm gonna take my critical combo strikes. Even just the little bits of artwork here look good.
What do the critical combat strikes do?
I think I get, if I time it correctly, I get double the combo meter for landing a hit.
Oh, okay. So it's the action command from Paper Mario.
Good. Our friendly neighborhood rodent is on his way.
We'll just let this play out.
Set a trap. He must not leave this building. Do you understand me?
Yes, boss. But the bat is as good as dead.
I hope you keep your promises, boy. I'd hate to have to go and punish your family just to teach you a lesson. And I can promise you, they won't be laughing. Oh, look who it is! My pointy ears burning.
The game's just filled with these wonderful little bits of dialogue where they also just pointed a microphone at Mark Hamill's face.
My boys, you're all the way. And hey, maybe I won't. It'll be a nice surprise.
Brilliant. So
That is a difficult laugh to pull off well.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you brought this up, Sprite, because I have a fun fact about this. So Hamill apparently rehearsed the laugh for hundreds of hours when he was cast. So he would just drive to and from the recording studio.
Laughing,
and he would just laugh for hours and hours at a time to try and perfect it. Apparently he's got a whole suite of Joker laughs that he can bust out.
Imagine if you were just driving through LA and you were just stopped at traffic lights and you look over and next to you in the car is Luke Skywalker laughing like a fucking maniac. That would be horrifying. He's it's terrifying.
But peak LA, and is it worse than the traffic?
Yeah, very good.
Some people say he is the best Joker. It's just that, unfortunately, I don't think they could ever cast him in a live action movie because it would take you completely out of the movie if you saw Luke Skywalker
Yes and no.
fighting Batman.
In a lot of people's minds, he aged quite rapidly after the original Star Wars trilogy.
I think he had a rough time though because he was in
he was in a really
horrible
bad
car accident.
Yeah, they basically rebuilt his face from scratch.
He's really nervous about it, but I can't tell that much. You can see that something has changed, but I wouldn't I had no idea he had.
You can see in the harsh lighting of Tatooine, you can see that his face is.
His jaw's rewired back together. Oh, I get to do my favorite thing. Come on, buddy. Keep going.
To be fair though, I am the fucking bionic woman, so I'm not going to judge anyone.
Why are you bionic?
I keep having surgery on my joints.
Oh, that's true.
Inverted TikTok.
That was pretty cool.
It's brilliant. It's one of my favourite moves in the whole game. There's more of them that are coming.
Excellent.
I mean, there's a bunch of cool things where I can take people down by smashing through that glass roof over there. There's a grate in that building where if I go into the grate, then I can pull them down into the grate.
Sounds like that's a great idea.
Hey! That's very good actually.
Don't encourage him.
Do it. Encourage me.
I can also just hit them with batarangs at a distance.
Also works, yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to just get through this bit. There's more sophisticated and interesting challenges later on, so let's just wait till they go further apart and then we'll deal with them.
I should say while the Bard is handling all of this as well. We're in person. This is a pretty rare, like normally because we did Shadow of Mordor and stuff, it's all online, but actually all three of us are just on a sofa at the moment.
On a very nice and spacious sofa.
There's the Sprite's new fancy...
no.
you hit
I think that's okay, we can just do this instead.
The Sprite's bragging about her new reclining sofa.
It's just a lovely sofa.
It's nice to be recording and not be like in each other's armpits.
Well, yeah, that's because we used to have 4 of us on what was a 2 to 3 seater sofa if you were being generous.
It was a 3-seater.
I think he's gotten stuck over there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reasonably sure there's no truth to the rumors Batman drinks.
Jesus Christ. That did fuck you up.
Yeah, the guns are... Oh, him again!
Oh, no, you have a bad one here.
Oh no.
Oh, I think he's gonna get me!
Oh no!
For some reason, it just seems to be not connecting.
Yeah, what the hell's happening here? Oh, this is some bullshit.
That is some bullshit.
I'm going to let him kill me because we actually get a cool thing here that I want to draw attention to. So that was some nonsense, but...
That was some nonsense.
Oh, isn't that cute? The little bat's asleeping. Someone finish him off.
So every time I die, depending who like the preeminent villain is in that part of the asylum, they'll come on screen and taunt me for a bit.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
It's very cool, actually. And again, it's just more of using your voice talent well.
Yeah.
Right, let's do this quickly. So it turns out like the game will just bullshit me, and I can't
Yeah,
punch enemies
it seemed
with
you punched
guns.
him, but you couldn't combo him.
Yeah.
Hamill's dialogue is just great. We're talking over it, and I feel bad because, like, I mean, presumably you guys, if you wanted to experience the game for yourself, you just would, and you came here for us. God knows why, but
Yeah, that is a dumb move.
it is like you should just play the game, to be honest, and like listen to Mark Hamill's incredible dialogue as God intended, or as the producers intended. So
Are you seriously suggesting the producers are God? That's a bold.
I mean, given how much I love this game, oh, it's cool. It's smashing down through the glass. There we
And
go.
you clearly got a large shot of glass straight into your crotch there, but we'll overlook that.
He's Batman. Like he's got.
Iron crotch. He's got his back cup on.
I mean,
No wonder he doesn't want to go down on people. He thinks they're all metal.
Jesus. Oh, boot him in the head.
Skadoosh. Weirdly, this won't knock him out right away. I've got to do this ground pound.
That was
And
a
then-
strange crotch cam that we got there as well. It's been a very crotch heady.
Like, look how heavy that like batsuit is. He's definitely wearing a cup. He's got
Yeah.
to be. It's the David Bowie in Labyrinth phenomenon.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a cup, he was wearing padding.
Or he's just got a massive cock and balls.
No, apparently when he wore like the nylon jumpsuit, you could just see everything. So like
Okay.
they had to put him in a conscience
so
because
you can't see the individual veins. That would be a look.
it would be something. It
He
would
was
certainly
very
be
free
something.
with his affection.
I mean, yeah, bisexual, slept with everyone on the planet, rock god David Bowie. Yeah,
Yes.
that's,
Did he ever marry?
yeah,
Yes.
several times I think.
His first wife, when they divorced, there was a whole thing about how long she had to wait until she could write a book, and she waited that time, and then as soon as it was over, she published her memoirs.
Allegedly, she caught him in bed with Mick Jagger of all people at one point, which is just a story, but like it's almost definitely. I choose to believe it's true.
It can be the truth of the heart.
Exactly. Oh, come on. Eventually, I get like abilities and gadgets that can draw them around and
Yeah.
lure them and things like that. But at the moment, I'm restricted to like what the game's giving me. So I need to wait for them to come underneath the gargoyle so I can abduct them.
Well, editing magic from the sprite.
Come here, you. Yeah! Dun 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 dun.
Jesus Christ.
You don't seriously think I'm going to edit this to make it look like you're more competent, do you?
You can edit it however you want.
I know. I know.
Someone strung up over there. Yeah, whatever. And we're just gonna. Oh, I can do my favorite thing with the gargoyles. Hang on a minute.
Oh no.
Ooh, that was
Do we want to see that
that was
part?
a wet punch.
Yes. Well, not the wet punching. That's you presumably you don't want to see me punch anyone in a wet fashion. But if he pays attention to that guy over there, which he might not at the moment, but let's not dwell on this any longer than we have to. What I can do is throw a batarang and cut the rope. Oh, it's so cool.
That's grim.
Yeah. Again, Batman won't kill you, but he'll break every single bone in your body.
And psychologically traumatise you as well.
Yeah. Terror tactics, and then
Yeah.
it's just ground pounding. There we go.
They were just like family. How could you? I think I'm going to cry.
Why are we even talking over any of this? Like, this is like you should just listen to the Mark Hamill.
Oh,
dialogue.
it's handy if there's a gap in our conversation that it gets filled with arguably better content.
Here we go.
Oh, here's the booze man.
This is Frank Bowles, who like didn't last long.
Not like Frank Booze, am I right?
How I was tracking Gordon. Officer Bowles' trails.
Quite graphic, really.
Yeah.
No one will mourn him. So like, here's...
Just because he's a police officer doesn't mean no one will mourn him.
He's
no,
also
like-
a traitor and an asshole.
It actually explicitly says, I think in a minute we're going to unlock his character bio. So maybe I can do that right now. So, no, not that one.
It's back.
This
yeah.
one. I can go to character bios. This is quite a cool conceit. So, oh no. There we go, character bios. So I can go into Batman. It tells me all about who Batman is, which is pretty cool.
Imagine going into the game and not really knowing who Batman was.
That would be
very strange.
It's a little unusual, but I can go to Frank Bowles. Here he is. I think he's a character created for the game, but like
generally disliked.
it explicitly says in his bio that like nobody likes this guy.
Okay, at work, I'm sure he has a personal life.
Oh, here we go.
Like a parent.
Or just the Riddler.
Riddler is hacking into my comms.
Yes, it is I, Edward Nigma, the Riddler. And more importantly, your intellectual superior.
That remains to
My
be seen.
genius has allowed me to easily hack into your primitive communications. My goal is simple. You complete a series of amusingly taxing challenges and, well, you'll see. Ready for your first one? Good. But be careful. Don't cut yourself on this sharply observed portrait.
So I actually kind of like this bit of the game. So the Riddler will set little riddles for you, which correspond to contextual clues in the environment. Now this one's very obvious because there's a portrait of Warden Sharp right there. So riddle solved.
So you did it. Well done. I would have
I guess the Riddler stuff also lends itself quite well to a game thing where it can basically just be challenges in that way.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't think he physically appears in this game. I think you get a physical confrontation with him in the sequel, but I don't think he turns up on the island in this game. Sorry for the spoilers, viewership.
Why must you tell everyone everything?
Yeah, sorry guys, that was a slight spoiler. There's plenty of surprises to come though.
It was a massacre. Bowles came walking in telling everyone to cover the front entrance.
But that's because he
Something
was
about
sneaking it in
Joker's
the
army
back.
coming through the main gate. Two
Hey?
of my guys
Why you
moved
like
to the
this?
exit, and Frank shot him dead.
Clearly Bowles.
They never
not me.
stood a chance.
Was Bowles alone?
Thought he
You are
was.
right, Doctor, like the height of the ears on this particular batsuit are...
It's absurd, yeah.
I quite like the ears on the
They were
batsuit,
just
but
killing
this is a little excessive.
I know officially they are supposed to be like part of his bat vision or whatever.
I think
Yeah.
there's like a radio
Yeah,
antenna and
they're
stuff
like-
in there.
Yeah.
They had someone with them. It looked like the commissioner.
Bowles is dead. They carried on without him.
It's just nice
Must
to
have
listen to
outlived his
Conroy's
usefulness.
voice.
Good.
Yeah.
He was scum.
He said a lovely, deep, bassy. It's a shame that like he's another man. If you look up a picture of Kevin Conroy, viewership.
Yeah,
like,
he looks like if you left Kevin Bacon out in the sun for too long.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, you can tell why he was in radio and voice acting.
Yeah, he's got the face for
unfortunately,
radio.
which is regrettable. But it means that we would probably never get him.
I'd say he's fairly attractive.
Well, you've been dating me for 7 years, so frankly, I don't think I don't think we should trust your tastes.
So I've got another riddle here. Like I've got to tune into Jack Ryder. There we go. Riddle solved.
Riddle me this,
But
Jack.
he's clearly not an actor that you could physically use to embody the Batman. Like he's just not a Dark Knight sort of figure.
Yeah, he looks like if heroin was a person.
Yeah, I don't know if he's maybe had problems with that in his personal life. I don't know much about his personal life at all, other than his work, I guess. But even
Some
as like
people are just thin.
old man,
Yeah, but if you're that thin and then spontaneously die, not that old.
in his early 60s, so like
Yeah,
before his time, especially for a voice actor, there was more he could have done. But even as like an old man Batman, like Bruce Wayne in retirement, that Dark Knight Returns Batman or Batman Beyond Batman, you couldn't really buy him in the role,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate because he sounds terrific as the Dark Knight.
Just so we're clear, I absolutely could buy him in the role. I see nothing wrong with this. Why should Bruce Wayne be attractive? He's rich.
It's not that he has to be attractive, but like he's got to look as though he could take on an army of thugs. And I just don't. That's not Conroy for me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some strange things that have gathered at head height. This is a lovely shot coming up though of the asylum and Gotham in the distance. Also, someone has used a tractor beam to pull the moon closer to the Earth's surface.
Like, this is like the first Matrix level of, like, green filter on everything.
Yeah, it's very great. I like how it looks. It's
And
very...
your cape is flapping through your leg.
Yes, it is.
Pay no attention to the flappy cape. Alright, here we go. Glide! Dun, 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 dun.
The main theme from Batman the Animated Series, sung by David Bowie, apparently. Dun, 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 dun.
Be quiet, Doctor. Oh.
Every thug, villain, murderer,
Oracle,
kindergarten...
disable the Batmobile's countermeasure system.
I saw the alert. What's wrong? Where are you?
I'm outside the Arkham Mansion. Harley Quinn probably triggered the alarm. If she's still got Gordon with her, he could get hurt.
Okay, done. The Batmobile is still parked up outside the intensive treatment building in Arkham North. I've sent you the schematics for the entire island. I've marked key locations like your
I assume blue skeletons are good, whereas red skeletons are bad.
Yes, precisely. So, Joker is trying to get into my car. Got to go and like protect the Batmobile.
Yep.
Let's get to it. I mean, like, it's a sick car. I like it when the Batmobile actually looks like a car. Like, the Tumbler was kind of fun, but, like, it's not a Batmobile, it's a tank.
Yeah, and I didn't like that they didn't use the term Batmobile. Fucking embrace how dumb this shit is, come on.
Yeah, I like that. I generally do like the Nolan trilogy, but it takes itself a little too seriously at times.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, it does.
Which was perhaps necessary to reboot the franchise after the likes
Batman
of
and Robin,
Batman and
yeah.
Robin, yeah.
No, kids love Batman and Robin.
I had like 5 pints and watched for the first time Batman and Robin, and I enjoyed it.
I don't mind Batman and Robin at all. It is what it is.
It has Poison Ivy, so I should love it. Probably my least favorite, but people love it.
It's
like,
got some really
I think I preferred it
tremendous
to the. Is it Batman Forever?
Is that
It's
the
the one with
Jim
Jim Carrey? Yeah, I think I preferred Batman and Robin to that one. I didn't.
Oh no, you're wrong. Batman Forever is the perfect Batman
I don't
film.
like Jim Carrey.
I know you
Oh,
don't,
really?
but
Oh.
you're just wrong. Like, just wrong.
Apparently Tommy Lee Jones walked up to him on the set of Batman Forever, because Tommy Lee Jones, I believe, plays Two-Face in that movie.
He does, yes.
He walked up to Jim Carrey and just told him, I hate you, I don't like what you stand for, I despise every minute of working with you, but I'm going to be a professional. But they just never spoke outside of their scenes together.
Huh.
Apparently Carrey's a fan of his, and like it was quite crushing for him.
Why did he hate him?
I don't think he ever elaborated. I think
Is it personal opinions on vaccines, perhaps?
I think this is way, way before that.
Alright, okay. To be fair, he was infamous for refusing to be serious in any situation or role. His wife left him because he wouldn't be serious about anything.
Yeah, he's one of those comedian types.
I think comedians like often have problems with their mental health. I think Carrey has at various points, which he's spoken about. So
I remember like knowing a couple of like Edinburgh Fringe show level comedians, though, like sketch comedians, and the problem with them is they were almost impossible to have a regular conversation with because they were always like doing a bit or like trying out material. It's like you could just never get to them as a regular human.
what's the really good story in Watchmen where it's like man goes to the doctor, says he's depressed, can't see the point of life, etc., etc. And like doctor says, solution is simple. There's a great town in Clown tonight, Panucci. Go see him. He'll cheer you up and restore your lust for life. He says, but doctor, I am Panucci.
Yeah.
Which I always really liked that. But again,
You would. That's a very you story.
what are you trying to say?
Still, my favourite take on that is but doctor, you're Pagliacci. Can I put you down for 2 tickets then?
Oh, here we go. I think I get.
I'm pretty sure Panucci is the owner of the pizza place in Futurama.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't want to stop you.
Whatever. I like.
You also said there's a great town in Clown tonight, which was brilliant. Just so I can verify all this editing, but I'm pretty sure.
I saw it. I heard it at the time. I just wasn't too much of a dick.
I'm not. I am too much of a dick.
Yeah, I know.
Explosive gel.
Yeah, so this is one of Batman's core gadgets. I can use it to do a bunch of things, like break through like walls. Like I can set on the ground.
We are officially, by the way, I think further than I got in this. I remember doing the portrait of Sharp, and I think that's as far as I got in this game. So we're beyond we're in the here be dragons of my knowledge now.
Wonderful. I want to go and because I know where all the trophies are, and I want to go hunting them, but that's not great content. So I'm gonna have a wee look up here, and then I think there is. There we go. Interview tape.
Alarming.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker.
I think it'll just play if we come back out. There we go.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, you want me to look at the ink plots again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second
strange. This is Gordon's
Oh,
pipe.
there we go.
Barbara gave it to him.
Oh, Gordon's corncob pipe. We're going to follow his tobacco in the air now.
Yeah.
It's tough to get like a detective shtick right in a game that isn't just like waving the cursor around until you find the thing it wants you to find.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you ever play LA Noire?
No, I always had good things about it though. Yeah.
I played it a couple times and like it tries. I don't think it succeeds all necessarily, but it tries.
I think it's the issue that kind of like puzzle solving stuff is, especially because you get to the point where it's like Batman the character should be able to solve this puzzle, therefore it's frustrating if you, the player controlling Batman, cannot. It's the problem with like a lot of puzzle design in like D&D, is that people get frustrated when they're like, my character has high intelligence, he should be able to solve this problem, it shouldn't hinge on me, the player, needing to have the intelligence to solve this.
Yeah, I suppose, but one of the... I would counter that, I don't necessarily disagree, but I would counter that by saying like, well, this game... Basically, so I can live out my fantasy of being Batman, and I don't know, if I can solve the puzzle, I feel more like I am a Caped Crusader.
Yes. There's a balance to strike, which this probably does quite well at.
I don't know, the Batgel is pretty fucking weird, quite frankly.
It's best not to think about what else he might use it for.
Oh, no.
Or where he gets it from.
His work. So we got a riddle. I think I know where this one is. There's a bunch of guards that Zaz has murdered, and I found them, and then that's how I solved the riddle.
Controversial. I hate Zaz. He's such a shit character.
I'm not big on Victor Zaz either, to be honest.
I don't think, based on conversations had so far, I don't think that's as controversial as you made it out to be.
Yeah, he's kind of all Batman's a really interesting rogues gallery. He's a kind of just run-of-the-mill psychopathic killer where like he doesn't really have a particularly strong gimmick, and he's not really even a comic book character. He's just a psychotic murderer.
And Joker's got the covered, and he's better, and he's less predictable.
So we will come back here at one point later in the game, but like these are the guys who are setting up for Joker's party.
Can't you just kill them?
I mean, Batman doesn't kill those Sprite.
Yeah, I love like when you look at the spooky skeletons, it's always like status unconscious. It's like, yeah, a lot of these will probably never regain consciousness, but it's okay because Batman doesn't kill.
Yeah.
I mean, like he'll put you into a coma that will last for the rest of your natural life, but no. So I think this guy's going to jump up and try and bomb rush me, but I like their condition.
I'm not convinced you can say that.
You can.
He's going to rush me like a bum. He's not going to like engage me in anal sex, I hope. Or he's just going to lie there.
No, that's just a corpse, I think. That's not,
oh, no.
the night bomber. Maybe cut that sprite, that's down to you.
Maybe that's a Batman villain, who knows?
I can assure you it's not.
Batman, what's going on? The crazies are moving towards the medical facility. What's Joker doing?
He's trying to take over the island piece by piece. It looks like medical is his next target. Has anyone got out of the building?
I saw a doctor try and get out. He was torn apart. Throw it in the water. He never stood a chance.
You wait here. I'll be back.
Thank you for your help, guard.
Don't you forget, search every nook and cranny. I want everyone found. Hey, I don't want anyone missing the party. I'm too good a host.
There we go. Right. Can I get all the way up there, perhaps, and glide? Just fight them.
I mean, they wouldn't necessarily see you. Oh, well, they will if you do that, I suppose, yeah.
Fight me!
Oh, you took his pipe off him and then you just dropped it spontaneously.
Batman doesn't use pipes. I don't use pipes.
It's nice that they all stand there waiting their turn to fight you rather than just, like, grabbing you like a group of 6 large men probably could.
It's important that I become a symbol. I don't use pipes. I just use grenades and smoke bombs and batarangs and stealth and psychological tactics.
You'd use a bat pipe, definitely.
And your elbows.
But this was just a regular pipe.
Exactly.
It wasn't sufficiently bad.
If I could take it back to the cave and then, put a little bat on it, then he'd maybe use the pipe.
Yeah.
But there's no time for that. There are innocents at stake. We hope you're enjoying this thus far, viewership. But let us know in the comments. Tell us how you're enjoying the bard being in the driver's seat. And we're going to pause because there's some cool dialogue coming up here. But have a good night.